KG4IUQ testing.
Sound good, Mark. KN4R.
Thank you very much. KG4IUQ.
Hello, CQ, the old friends net. This is N4LQ. November 4, Lima, Quebec. Calling CQ, the old friends net. This is Sunday, August the 17th. The old friends meets here every Sunday at 5 p.m. on 3715. In addition, on Tuesdays and Thursday at 8 a.m. on this same frequency. The old friends net uses amplitude modulation only to fill the ether with beautiful AM signals. And we like to run vintage equipment if possible, and if not, you are more than welcome to check in and participate with us. We do not discriminate, unlike FM. So I'll make a list of those wishing to check in, and then we will start the round table. This is N4LQ listening.
Steve, WA4LLM.
KZ4 Bravo.
WP4ARK. KN4R. WB4NKL.
N4IYQ.
W4KR.
KG4IUQ.
W4MEC. Okay, that was high fidelity. Beautiful. Okay, here's what I got. WA4LLR first, and then KZ4B, and WB4ARK, and KN4R, WB4NKL, and N4IYQ, W4KR, KG4IUQ, and W4MEC. Any more check-ins, please call.
BZC.
Adding two more, I heard, and maybe a third that I couldn't. K1VVC, who will now come after W4MEC, and then WF2U. Any more check-ins? Acknowledging K4JAL. Very good, Jimmy. Anybody else? Okay, here we go, down the list real quick. LLR, KZ4B, ARK, 4R, WB4, what is it? Oh, NKL. I can't even read my own writing. N4IYQ, W4KR, KG4IUQ, W4MEC, K1VVC, WF2U, and then K4JAL. I'm going to listen one more time. All right, well, I'm running the old Johnson Challenger and driving the AL82. The 75A4 is filling the room with hi-fi audio, and the horizontal loop antenna is lassoing all the signals as they come in. And let's see, I was having a discussion with the group last night, or at least with myself, concerning the number of radio waves that are in the air. And I was just thinking a while ago about Charlotte, North Carolina, and I looked it up. There's 88 AM and FM radio stations. 88, of course, some of those are very high power, especially the FM. And then you've got all the police, emergency services, and you've got probably 1 million cell phones, and who knows what else. And all of that RF, the electromagnetic radiation, is in the atmosphere all around, and somehow they don't interfere. They do not collide with each other and produce beat notes and images or anything of their own. They just happily exist amongst each other, and it's just a wonder to think how that can possibly work. But they used to call the spectrum that carried the waves the ether, and then they decided that electromagnetic waves don't need anything to get from one point to another, and somehow they just push each other along. And apparently the original wave reacts and produces another wave, and so forth and so on until the wave gets all the way out to the Netherlands, and somehow all the other waves that are being produced don't interfere with that process. Anyway, it just blows my mind, and I thought I'd pass that along. So over to Dave, WA4LLR, N4LQ, please explain this to us.
N4LQ, WA4LLR, it's got to be something on the quantum level. Good afternoon, Steve, and everybody on the net. We've got 83 degrees, mostly sunny, absolutely beautiful afternoon, and copying everybody in pretty good shape. Running the Babcock MT5B, a little help from the SB220, a little over 200 watts, and the receiver's an HQ150. So that's pretty much what's going on here. I do have I have an unusual need on the extremely rare chance that somebody might have one. I'm looking for the band switch knob for an SX28. So I'm sure everybody has got about 3 laying around. Anyway, down to you, John. KZ4B, WA4LLR.
Okay, WA4LLR in the group, KZ4B, fine business, Dave. Conditions seem to be pretty decent today. Some QS Baker, but generally pretty good. We're on the usual T150, driving the AL82, and we have just installed a RF ammeter, hot wire ammeter, to peak output power, and we are also checking out an SX117 and see how it stacks up against the PR30. So that's more than enough for now. So over to Buddy. WB4ARK in the group, KZ4B, over.
KZ4B, WB4ARK. Very good, John. Good to hear you on today. And the weather conditions are improving somewhat, I guess, if you might say, if we don't have any rain, and which we haven't had overnight. So we did hear a thunderstorm off in the southeast, and it went on for about an hour. Thunder, just continuous thunder. And it lasted for, like I said, approximately 1 hour. And I didn't think it was ever going to quit. It would stop for a little bit and then pick back up again. So it was really entertaining to sit out on the back porch and listen to that thunder off in the distance. I think they were getting hammered over around Rock Hill. Let's see, we're using the ART-13 again today, the one that I had a little bit of trouble with on Thursday. Hope we don't have the same issue today. I'm not exactly sure what caused the problem, but we may have gotten it fixed, we may not, I don't know for sure. So I'm not exactly sure. I think it goes to Brian from here. I believe that's correct. So we will, let's see. I guess we'll be looking forward to the upcoming Ham Fest in Shelby, and hopefully we'll have a good time there. I don't plan on buying a whole lot, but one never knows what might come our way. So I guess we'll turn it over to Brian. If I can find info. Let's see, what is Brian's call? I guess I'm just gonna have to throw it up in the air and hope for the best. So Brian, if you're up next, take it. This is WB4ARK.
Okay, buddy, very good. WB4ARK and the old friends, Brian, KN4R, Cheryl's Ford, where it's 89 degrees, 75% humidity, and so I've been hiding inside today and making some progress actually in the shack here. I'm on the Globe Champ 350 and listening on a R390A. Get some real deep QSB. John faded all the way down to nothing, as did Buddy, but the farther stations are sounding good, so I guess the band's a little long right now. So anyway, I'm calling in for the Ham Fest report, and I saw that great picture of all those Crosley CM1s laying on the table. Crazy. So take it away, Cliff. How'd you do? WB4NKL and the group KN4R.
Okay, Brian, KN4R, it's WB4NKL. Yeah, that was kind of unusual, see that many Mosleys. That was the same guy that had, he's been to Dayton and different Ham Fest with a lot of equipment. He's the same guy that came to Dayton a few years ago, had about 30 or 40 Johnson Rangers. And the next year I think he had Heath kits, and I think last year at the Ham Fest down there in down in Alabama, he had Drake 1As, and this year he had Hallicrafters SX 117s and Mosley CM1s. He's coming. He's got a bunch of Harvey Wells. I was talking to him, but he don't know when he's going to dig them out. But I'm sort of looking for a Harvey Wells R9. He said he had plenty of them. So he said he's just been collecting that stuff for years. He don't know the condition of any of it. I picked up one of the CM1s and seems to work okay. I've had one before and I wasn't really impressed, and I'm not really impressed with this one. And I think there's a reason they're rare. You know, I guess their competition was the Drake 2A and 2B, and they're not near the receiver of the Drakes. So that's my take on it anyway. Dave, I think I've got a band switch here. I'll have to do a little digging. Maybe I can come up with it before Shelby. But I did have a couple extra of those. They were pretty bad to deteriorate and disintegrate on the SX28s for some reason. BC610 here's got a couple on it, but I guess I'll keep them. Same knob. I'll send it on around. Don't know about all that RF, but if you had all those cell phones, there's probably about 1 million of them on there, Steve. Got a lot of RF floating around. Chuck over there's got a new call that was assigned to him down in Alabama, so I'll send it on to him. N41YQ, it's WB4NKL.
Okay, WB4NKL. In the group, N4IYQ, yeah, we went to check in at the will call desk, and she had a call sign badge on, and I told her my name. She said, oh, okay, you're N41YQ, so we got a chuckle out of that. We enjoyed the Ham Fest down in Huntsville yesterday. Tammy had offered to go down and really didn't want to go, and Cliff stepped up to the plate, so she's tickled to death and happy with Cliff. Said she loves him for going with me. Picked him up at 4:30 and dropped him off about 9:15 last night. It was a long turnaround trip. As Cliff said, we could have been in Florida. 10 hours driving time we stopped for gas and stuff. Cliff outbought me yesterday. He came home with a few goodies, and I came home with a pair of 3-500s, and I told him before he checked them to make sure he sprinkled some good luck dust on them, and I guess they're good, so it turned out to be a good purchase. Joe Johnson out of Cleveland actually spotted them and clued us in on them, so good trip, a lot of fun. John, good to see you, K1VVC, even though we didn't get to visit very long. Always good to see your smiling face. It's down to you, Stan. W4KR N4IYQ.
Contact.
Charlie, somebody wants to start an airplane here. Go ahead. Do you want to pick them up or what?
Now, well, wait till the end of the round.
Okay. Thank you. N4IYQ, W4KR. Is that Charlie? I meant Steve. I'm sorry, Steve. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. Temperature here is 85. It's sunny. It's been sunny all day. Looks like all is well here. Let's see. Johnson 500 on this afternoon. Watt meter says 380 watts. Out the antennas, the usual coax dipoles up 110 feet. And with that, Mark, here it comes. KG4IUQ, W4KR.
Mark, are you here? KG4IUQ? Well, don't know what happened to him, Mark. We'll put him on hold there and go ahead to Charlie W4MEC. Go ahead.
Hey, okay. N4LQ in the group W4MEC. Good afternoon, fellers. It's about 78 here. Humidity's a little rough. It's been raining. They said it was not supposed to rain this weekend, and it rained yesterday, and it rained today. I got out yesterday and cut my son's yard, cut our yard, and was gonna do the trimming with my push mower, and had it sitting out there, and I just came in to get me a drink of water, and it cut loose and started pouring rain. So I put it up. I never did get to do the trim work around the yard, so maybe I'll get that tomorrow. Let's see, what else is, it sounds like you got it, Cliff has got something for you there, Dave. I was going to say if you'd post a picture of it or send a link to what it looks like. I got quite a few knobs over here, and there might be one sitting in there, but I wouldn't know. So we're running the DX100 Bravo, receiving on the SX100, antennas in-fed half wave, so I got a pretty good rotation going now between this and the ART13 and the DX100, or rather the Apache Mohawk tribes. And I still got my deep pit station here, but my DX60 and HR10, all that stuff. But I still have to get it to play through the amplifier here, because you're not going to like my 12 or 15 watts of control carrier AM. So we're going to bump it up so it's amp here once I get it sorted out. So then I'll have to either find a fourth net to work, or swap gear in the middle of one or the other. So, all right, let's see who we got. John, K1VVC in the group, W4MEC.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Charlie. W4MEC in the group, K1VVC, and everybody's coming through real good today. There's no background noise at all. Enjoyed seeing everybody yesterday at Huntsville. They had quite a crowd up there. I've been going there for 30 years, and I don't remember it being as crowded as it was yesterday. One whole area of tables were all Greenville Spartanburg crowds. A lot of them are on here. Well, Alan K4OZI and his wife are there, and Carl W4RCW, and several others who come to the lunch and they come on the net. And I did miss Cliff, which is unusual. Walking around, we normally bump into each other several times. Anyhow, running new radio today, well, modern radio, Yaesu FTGX 5000, and my old Dentron MLA 2500 amplifier, about 400 watts to a in-fed halfway. So with that, it goes on to my friend Mia, WF2U, K1VVC.
Yeah, Roger, K1VVC and the net. This is WF2U. Good afternoon, everybody. Everybody's coming in pretty nicely. Just Brian was S8. Maybe it will improve. Everybody else was above S9. The strongest stations so far were Stan and Charlie with 20 over 9. So looks like maybe it's short propagation. And John, you were 10 to 15 over 9. And I'm sure as we go on, signals will improve by 5-10 dB. Anyway, running the setup. And the 10 watts out of the Yaesu hybrid transmitter is driving the FL2100B linear to 320 watts peak. And the antenna is still my temporary antenna from my military antenna kit from my GRC 106 shelter. And I have all the wires and everything, but it will take time. I have a neck surgery procedure scheduled for Tuesday. It's an outpatient thing, so I would be home after that the same afternoon. The only thing is that I can't go horseback riding, can't go herding, can't go lawn mowing, lifting boat anchors, and whatever else might be jarring to my discs until it heals. And as far as Shelby, of course I can't haul anything there, and prefer not to haul anything home. But we'll see, because it's only going to be like 10 days or so after the surgery. So I don't see, I don't know yet how I'm going to be holding up driving there, although it's not like off-roading or something. But we'll see. Within a week I should know whether I can drive a distance like that comfortably. But that's the story. So as I said, everybody's coming through very, very nicely, and good to hear that people had fun at the Big Ham Fest there in Georgia, and of course I had other things to do, get things ready for the XYL for the time that I'm going to be taking it easy. So with that, Jimmy, you pick it up. K4JAL, WF2U.
WF2U, K4JAL. Well, very good, Mir. You were S9 to 15 over. There's a lot of QSB out there, but everybody's coming in pretty good. I'm looking forward to Irwin, Tennessee next week. It's just over the hill from here. Hope to see Cliff, probably Chuck, and several other local people. Hope so anyway. And Shelby, the following week, I finally got myself a golf cart rented for Saturday. That's the only day I'm going to be there. Anyhow, that's what's going on around here. Back to you, Steve. N4LQ, K4JAL.
K4JAL, N4LQ. Golf cart's the way to go, buddy. I'm glad you can do that. Maybe you can drive me around. Let's see, do we have any more stations that would like to join us? Please give us your call sign.
November 4, Alpha Kilo.
Bethlehem, Georgia.
This Georgia station, you double, who was that?
Whiskey 4 Hotel Delta Lima, W4HDL.
Gotcha, okay, W4HDL in Georgia. All right, so I've got, let's see, Jimmy, JAL, we'll turn it over to Glenn, N4AK, and then next time around we'll get, go ahead and take it, N4AK, N4LQ.
Okay, sorry, check in late, but we had a thunderstorm and it's cleared up, and believe it or not, no QRN. That's crazy. All the signals are wonderful this afternoon. I don't think I copied anybody less than 20 over 9, and Charlie, you about 40 over today, and everybody else is 20 to 30, so wonderful signals. 86 degrees here in Sunset. We had a thunderstorm with a lot of rain, 30 minutes of rain a while ago, and spaghetti supper followed that. I'm on the ICOM 756 Pro 3 and the SB221. So W4HDL in Georgia. The name here is Glenn, and we're in Sunset, South Carolina. Over to you, W4HDL, N4AK.
N4AK and the group, this is W4 Hotel Delta Lima, W4HDL, and my name's Hillary, India Lima, Alpha Radio Yokohama, Hillary, and I'm in Bethlehem, Georgia, about 25 miles east of Athens, and between Athens and Atlanta. And my rig is the TS890, and I came up to see you guys up at the corral there. I didn't get there at all early, but I made it, and I've got my notes here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 names and calls for the band. Sorry I've been gone for a while, but just been working about 50 hours. Usual optical networking stuff in Norcross. So, I don't know, I'll just put it back to you, Glenn, N4
AK, this is Hillary W4HDL, and Meyer, I want to say, I hope your surgery and all that goes well. I've had a neck fusion myself back in 1976, so been there, done that. Do not strain it. Be careful. Back over to you, Glenn, M4AK from W4HDL. One quick question. I just changed the processor. Is this better or worse, if you can respond? I just stuck it on, and they claim it's not very good on the 890. Over to you, Glenn, from W4HDL.
Okay, Hillary. Yeah, your signal sounds good to me. A little QSB. But back to net control, N4LQ, Steve, N4AK.
All right, we'll get it straightened out here in a minute. All right, W4HDL in the group. It's N4LQ, real good, Hillary. And your 890 does sound much, much better than it did last time you checked in, because you didn't have enough treble, and now it's much punchier with more highs, and appreciate you working on that. So good job, coming in great here from Bethlehem, Georgia, and you live on Ellington Court. It's a good name for a street. Let's see, any more check-ins before we go back around again? Okay, no emergency traffic, I guess. Well, it looks like you found the knob there, Dave. And John, fine on the hot wire ammeter. I've had those things, and I think I have one that actually worked, and it doesn't respond real fast. I guess it has to get hot, so it's kind of hard to see CW keyed or anything on it. But I guess it gives you some idea that there's at least current at the point where you put it. I guess that's about it. I'm not sure, other than just decoration, what I would do with that. It's kind of like an SWR meter. I've been told that they are something similar to a check engine light on a car. If the SWR is real high, there's something wrong, but don't believe what it says. And okay on the Thunder, Buddy and his Thunder that lasted all night, man, something else. Brian has checked out. He called me. So let's see, Buddy, instead of turning it over to Brian, you're going to turn it over to Cliff, NKL. And I saw those CM1. I've never seen so many CM1s. They're kind of rare, and I've always liked the looks of them. I thought they were cool. First time I saw one, I was about 16 years old, and I kind of lusted after it. But it doesn't have too many features on it as far as selectivity and so forth. I guess it's mainly geared towards sideband reception. But you said you didn't think it was too good, and just wondered if you could give us a little bit more details about what you didn't like about it. And Chuck, fine on the 500, 3-500s. Hope they're good. And let's see, W4KR Stan. I think that tower of yours must be growing. It's up to 110 feet now. And now I'm jealous. I'm only at 100 feet, so I'm going to have to do something about this. I got it in a pine tree, so I'm going to have to water that tree or something. Anyway, you're doing good. Charlie was 30 over, probably the strongest signal. And let's see, BBC on the 5K, fine on that, and WF2U and back surgery. And you know, I had that similar surgery done to me, and they gave me a list of things, you know, don't do this, don't do that. And I asked him, I said, can I play the piano? And he said, oh, yeah, sure. And I said, oh, that's great. I've never been able to play before. And let's see, I guess that's about it, so let's turn it around again. WA4LLR, N4LQ.
N4LQ, WA4LLR. You might want to just put a little Miracle Grow on the pine trees there and catch up with Stan. Anyway, let's see here. Well, good evening to Hillary if he's copying. Glad to hear you on today. John, the T150 always sounds superb. And Buddy, the ART's doing a good job for you too. Cliff, I was looking at the pictures of the CM1s, and I think if you'd bought a couple extra, you could probably have moved them. I think Jimmy was interested, and I've always wanted to try one out, so I guess I should have went to Huntsville, but so much going on, couldn't right now. And wonderful on the band switch knob. I'm not going to be able to make it to Irwin, but Jimmy says he's going, so if you could hand it to Jimmy and Jimmy could bring it back to Burnsville, I think we'd be flying, if we can work that out. Let's see, Chuck, glad y'all had a good trip. Glad you picked up those tubes. I think you had an amp that you picked up but didn't have any at some time. Stan, the 500 sounds good as always. Good afternoon to you, Mark. And sometimes the forecast doesn't work too good, Charlie. Rain on both days they said weren't. John, the FTDX 5000 sounds good. And Cliff, the temporary antenna's doing a great, not Cliff, Mirror, the temporary antenna's doing a good job. Made a note here to be praying for you on that back surgery. I too have been down that road. So pray that that all goes well and you quickly recover. Jimmy, good evening to you. Your ART's doing a good job. Glenn, glad the thunderstorm passed so you could get in. And copying everybody pretty well. Hillary's the weakest one, but I guess he's the farthest away. Real quickly, space weather, sunspot counts 123, solar flux index is 122, and the K is 1. A few items from this day in history. On this day in 1999, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Turkey, killing more than 17,000 people and putting 500,000 homeless. On this day in 1978, Ben Abruzzo, Max Anderson, and Larry Newman completed the first transatlantic balloon flight in the Double Eagle II. On this day in 1906, American chemist and businesswoman Hazel Bishop was born in Hoboken, New Jersey, and she's famous for making the first kiss-proof lipstick. On this day in 1896, George Washington Carmack unearthed gold in Bonanza Creek, tributary of Klondike River in the Yukon, started the gold rush up that way. And on this day in 1807, the first serviceable steamboat, the Clermont, designed by Robert Fulton, made its maiden voyage. So, down to you, John, KZ4B, WA4LLR.
Okay, WA4LLR in the group, KZ4B, fine business day. I just got a phone call, so I'm going to pass it on. Hello to Hillary, I couldn't copy you, but 73's all signed.
Was I next, Steve?
Yeah, trying to figure out what happened there. Yeah, it gets Buddy, WB4ARK, go ahead.
WB4ARK, KZ4B. All right. Well, sorry about Brian's lack of memory to pull up his call. I was engrossed in trying to figure out the configuration on my muting switch for my receiver plug, actually, 3-pin plug, and I was engrossed in that and trying to get it so that it would work, or else I was going to have to step around to the receiver and manually put it in mute. So forgot his call and could not bring it forward. Well, good to hear you again, Hillary. Always liked that name. My uncle was named Hillary. Well, looks like it's a bright, sunny afternoon out there. I can see the sun now as it creeps around the house toward the west. But there is some static crashes. Some pretty good static crashes, so I guess there could be a storm brewing somewhere close by. That's the way it was yesterday and the day before. So my son, who lives over in toward the Rock Hill area, said he noticed the storm east of his house, and it went on for quite some period of time before it moved on off. It's amazing how some of these storms can just park in one place and produce a tremendous amount of thunder over a short or long period of time, and it's very interesting how that happens. Well, like I said, I'm looking forward to Shelby, and hope it's not going to be too hot. That's always a bummer when you have a hot Shelby or a rainy Shelby. That's happened before too. So hopefully we'll have a good weather report for Shelby. I haven't been keeping up with the Ham Fest in the area. I haven't paid much attention to what's been sold and what's been bought. I've got a few things that I'm looking for, and that's about it. So we'll hopefully find what we're looking for, because it is a pretty big undertaking at Shelby. I guess I'll say 73 for now, and I need to give my son a call back. So we'll just turn it over to Cliff and hope things are going well with you, Cliff. So over to WB4NKL. This is WB4ARK.
Okay, buddy. It's WB4NKL. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you at Shelby, and I'll be under the roof, that shed where they, I don't even know what you call that shed, but it's a covered area where Gene Ward, my buddy, sets up, and always just borrow some of his space. So I will be in the shade or out of the rain if it comes by. Sorry I missed you at the Hamfest, John. It was kind of unusual not to see you. You must have left early. We stayed around, I guess, till about 12 or so, 12:30 maybe. But missed you there in the mix somewhere. But yeah, next year if we try to get down, I'll try to make plans to be there Friday. Hillary, good copy on you from Georgia. Sounding good here into East Tennessee. Name here's Cliff. And wife just popped in. She said it looked like a storm was moving in, so I guess I'll make this my last one. I did hear some thunder there coming around. And Dave, I'll hunt that knob up and try to bring it to Jimmy there Saturday. So I think I can lay my hand on it. I needed one, and there was an auction that had come up out of Texas. Had a box of knobs, and I seen 3 of them laying in that box, so I bought the box online. So I got to find that box. Yeah, that thunder's. I hear it here. I'm gonna make this my last one, and enjoyed it. Thanks for calling it, Steve. And if the storm passes, maybe we can get on 160 tonight. Go ahead, Go ahead, Chuck. N4 IYQs, WB4NKL.
Okay, Cliff, WB4NKL in the group, N4IYQ. Yeah, I hear a little bit of thunder also, so I'll make this one a quick one. Steve, thanks for calling the net. Dave, thanks for the history lesson. I always look forward to that. Certainly good to hear a lot of you. And Charlie, you probably ought to stroll across the mountain. I look at driving time for you to Irwin, Tennessee's about an hour and 10 minutes. It's the first annual Ham Fest for it's Northeast Tennessee Radio Community, and it's going to be right downtown Irwin, Tennessee, where they have the Apple Festival. It's going to be at the National Guard Armory. Opens at it'll be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. next Saturday, the 23rd. Vendors set up, and I assume that's more for inside, but could be outside, starting at 5:30 a.m. So I'm going to try to support it. I know, Jimmy, you're coming across the hill, maybe Don. Dave, I understand you've got a conflict, but anybody wants to stroll to Irwin, it's right off of Interstate 26 between Asheville and Johnson City, closer, of course, to Johnson City. Everybody have a blessed day, what's left of it, and good weekend, and we'll look forward to catching you next time. Down to you, Stan, W4KR, N4IYQ. Good day.
Okay, thank you, Chuck. N4IYQ, W4KR. Steve, the tower actually is 115 feet up, and with the cross arm, we moved the cross arm up this week. So yeah, it's it's up a little bit. That's the answer. Let's see here. Tower. Okay, I mentioned tower. I mentioned dipole last time. Mir, good luck with your surgery, and take it easy, my friend. Don't push. Don't push. Just take it easy, and all will be well. Back surgery is always a little bit dicey, but anyway. Okay, I'm going to turn it. I'll turn it to Mark, and if he's not back, Charlie, pick it up. KG4IUQ. This is W4KR 73s. Everybody, see you next week.
This is KG4IUQ. Thank you very much, Stan. I don't know what happened a while ago. Maybe it was in the mic cable. I don't really know. But I'm on the Bandmaster Senior Harvey Wells, and I have installed in this TBS 50C a preamplifier circuit. I guess it converted it into a TBS 50D, and I wonder how it's sounding. Somebody please tell me, or maybe Steve is recording this and I'll be able to listen to it. Most everybody's sounding good. I'm getting some kind of strange QSB. It happens quickly. Steve's sounding good here. Steve, I don't know why signals don't mix in the, in the air or whatever, in space, before they get into like a radio receiver or transmitter. I don't know. I just don't know that. But John, KZ4 Bravo, the T150 sounding good here. ARK Buddy sounding good. KN4R on a Globe Champ in Cheryl's Ford sounding good. Cliff, WB4NKL sounds good here. IYQ Chuck sounds good. Stan, W4KR sounds good. And Charlie, W4MEC is sounding good here. And some type of different radio, John, K1VVC is sounding good. And take care of yourself, Mayor, WF2U. I understand that you're having a back surgery Tuesday. Just take care. I hope all goes well with that. Jimmy, K4JAL.
sounding good. And Hillary in Georgia sounds good, and N4AK Glenn sounding good here. I'm going to the Shelby Ham Fest. I've already made arrangements to be off work that day, so that'll be good to be there. And it has been hot around here. I'll turn it over now to Charlie, W4MEC. This is KG4IUQ.
Okay, Mark, KG4IUQ. And the group, W4MEC. Make sure that's still working. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Dirty meter switch. Looking at the modulation on the 100 here. Okay. Your rig sounds excellent to me, Mark. Really good sounding audio. So that change you made was a plus, I guess. I think we went from carbon to regular mic, crystal or diamant, but it sounds good. Let's see, what else here? Put a gadget on my Suburban's motor, high mileage motor, and see if it does helps the issue a little bit. And it's a trap coming from the PCV valve, which backfeeds into your intake manifold, and then the Chevy LS engines, the later versions, they redesigned the intake manifold, and if you have a high concentration of oil in your PCV return air because of a high mileage motor and blow-by, it coats the inside of the intake manifold and slowly runs back into the combustion chamber and shows up as blue smoke now and then. So anyway, pulled the intake manifold, poured all the oil out of it, cleaned it out, and bought this thing to trap it before it gets in there. It's got a little cup, it captures mist in and puts it as a fluid, and has a little dipstick to see how full it's getting. So you can drain it, and it's supposed to trap the oil in that return air and just return air back to the carburetor. So we'll see if it works. But glad to know my motor is not burned up, meaning, you know, bad rings or something, pumping oil, and it's just, you know, 360 something thousand miles. It's got a little blow-by on there, and a couple other things about the LS motor that Chevy did that makes it last this long. But that's the one drawback to it, is the oil accumulation in the intake manifold, which is totally different than normal intake manifolds. So anyway, I learned a lot about Chevy LS motors in the past couple of weeks. So we'll see if my little $35 gadget works. And I cheaped out on an Amazon version because there's an American-made one, a J&P. It's about $160, $170. And there is a Moroso. You might be familiar with them if you're into hot rods, and they've got one for $230. And they all look basically the same. So I thought I'd spend 35 bucks and see if it was worthwhile first. If maybe plunk down another 100 or so for an American-made one if it really works well. So such fun. All right. Let's see who's behind me here. John, K1VVC, W4MEC.
Yeah, and W4MEC in the group K1VVC. Well, Charlie, your signal was strong, but the audio seemed to have dropped way down. It just may be me and some QSB here, but I kept looking at the S meter and the pan adapter, and the signal was there. Just the audio was kind of dull. Anyhow, you know, just since I assume the way things look now, there's not going to be any big land rush for the Shelby Hamfest, or from what Brian was telling me. We'll probably all end up being parked down the normal area where we are anyhow. I will have my ice chest cooler with cold drinks, water, soda, and diet soda in it, so anybody that's by my car and it's real hot, just feel free to go in the back door and the passenger side as always, and take whatever you'd like. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good week. Mir, I hope everything goes real well. If you need help with anything, call me, and And if you're feeling up to the end of the week, maybe we'll do lunch. WF2U in the group K1VVC.
Roger, K1VVC on the net. This is WF2U. Well, everybody was booming in here this time. There's a little static, but it's far. There are some thunderstorms. I was getting some notifications, but more than 35 miles from here. And yeah, it's thanks for the good wishes, Hillary and Dave and everybody. And it's an outpatient procedure. It's I have a terrible pinching of my sciatic nerve, and that's really painful. And there is a pretty fast procedure just to get in with. It's a microscopic surgery actually, so even the incision is not big. They simply open up the opening where it's pinched, free the nerve from pressure, and give it enough room for movement and everything. So I should be as good as new pretty soon. The only limitation is to just be doing nothing for 4 weeks. But I can get up, walk, and not run, but walk. And of course, as I said, no boat anchors lifting. And I can do some work on some small stuff on the workbench, as long as I don't have to lift it up. And so anyway, I hope to make it to Shelby. I just have to see that I'm comfortable driving the hour and 20 minutes or so from my house, and that I'm comfortable walking for a couple of hours. As soon as I feel that I have no pinching in the incision or something, I'll start working out on the treadmill as before. So I guess it's just about time to say 73s. So 73 to everybody, and have a good Sunday evening. Take care, have a good week, and I'll check in at least by email after the procedure, which I was told takes about an hour. And as soon as I wake up in the recovery room, I'm ready to go home. So anyway, that's about it, and I'm just looking forward to it, because it's pretty ouchy. That nerve is really bothering me. So anyway, 73 all, and Jimmy, you pick it up. Old signals went up considerably in the last round. K4JAL and the group WF2U.
WF2U, K4JAL. Well, Amir, good luck with that surgery. I know you've had, last year I think you had knees done, so you've been going through it, but it'll all come out right. Boy, we need some rain here in Burnsville. I think it's hit all around us, but it's getting really dry here. Put in a word for us, Dave. I'll pick up your knob if available. And I'll say 7-3 and give it to my friend Glenn. N4AK, you got a good signal today, Glenn. K4JAL, 7-3, guys.
Okay, Jimmy, K4JAL in the group. November 4 Alpha Kilo. Well, your signals are good. And I copied everybody today. So, even though I checked in a little late, nice hearing you, Hillary, from Bethlehem, Georgia, checking in. So I'm going to pass along my 7-3s. And Hillary, to you, W4R Henry, Delta Lima, November 4 Alpha Kilo.
N4AK, W4HDL, Whiskey 4 Hotel Delta Lima. Fantastic net here. I just wanted to just pop in here. I was on the South Cars recently, and I heard this guy in Athens, KC4SR Ken, and he has a friend of his, Lindy, has a Collins 30S1, and I'm looking at that to kind of improve this measly 25 watt signal, or go in the basement and dig out my NCL 2000 and finally rebuild that. But that sound, I read about the 30S1, that it was William Brune at Collins, the same guy who invented the Brune watt meter, and they say it's a pretty good piece of kit. So it's 160 pounds, and I'm going to see if I can help the guy there, Ken in Athens. I just heard him on the net. Other thing briefly, I got a new gigahertz radio wave 75 dB double bazooka, because I'm not happy with this cross dipole. It receives noise too close to the house, about S9 plus 10, and the other 40 meter cage dipole I got to switch to for receive is about S7, and that's what I need to wire it in as the receive antenna. Alright, so let me just turn it back to you guys here. I'm not sure exactly who. I've got such a long list. I'm trying to make sense of it all. I'll listen out. Let's listen in some more here. HDL delivery in Bethlehem, Georgia. I'm proud to have actually met you guys. I've got little scribble notes of about things that I remembered. Take care. 73, so I'll listen out. W4HDL clear.
All right, that's good. This is N4LQ, your host for the night. So yeah, Hillary, check in with us anytime you can. Next available time will be Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. here on this frequency. And let's see, I believe the net control is Dave, WA4LLR, on Tuesday, and W4MEC is on Thursday. And when in doubt, that's who you turn it back to, network control. So good luck on the 30S1 project. I think that's pretty well wraps it up for the evening. I will open it up now for any questions or anything anybody has, and 73s, and as soon as I don't hear anything for a second, we'll just close it down. This is N4LQ standing by. All right, nothing heard. Thanks everybody for joining us today on the Old Friends Net. This is N4LQ. Night.